In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to land federal funding for your business through grants, SBIR, and STTR. I'm going to explain each one of these, and then I'm going to show you how to find them. So let's get into it. The first option we have is federal grants, and these can be found on grants.gov, which is a centralized source for all federal grants across all agencies. So it's very diverse. You can find grants for healthcare, education, environment, technology, and so on. I'm going to be showing you an example. The funding estimate goes from $10,000 to multi-million dollars. An example is this grant that I found, which offers $500,000 for R&D in healthcare. So who is this for? Who's the ideal recipient? Well, you have nonprofit organizations, you have academic institutions, you have small businesses, and finally you have state and local governments. As a small business or business in general, you'll find a lot of opportunities and a lot of grants on grants.gov. The advantages of these grants is that there's a broad range of opportunities. So no matter what you specialize in as a business, there's a good chance that you will find a grant that suits your business. So it's important that you, as a small business, explore these websites. And it's more than just it's open to more than just small businesses. So you could be at any size as a business. You could be a nonprofit organization, and you could still apply and qualify for these grants. I have two examples here just to show you the diversity of these grants. So you have this one, which is from grants.gov, and it's for healthcare. And you can see that the agency is Healthcare Research and Quality. And then here they explain the eligible applicant, and then you have more information about this. Another one I wanted to show was this one, this one, as you can see, is for education, and it's by the Department of Education. So you can see that a lot of government agencies post grants on this website, and as I've shown you, it's for ranges of, it's diverse, the range of the field. So it goes healthcare, education, environment, as I mentioned before. So that's the first part. The second part is SBIR, which is Small Business Innovation Research. And from the name, you can tell that this is specifically for small businesses. And it's a program supporting small businesses to conduct research and development in innovative technologies with strong commercial potential. So these are companies that have some sort of research. You could think of them as startups in the tech field or other fields. It could be in healthcare, for example, if you're working on some sort of research development, developing a new drug or developing new technology. And the funding estimates for these, that it's split into different phases. So you have phase one, which was between $50,000 and $275,000. And this is called the feasibility study. It goes from 6 to 12 months. Then once it passed that phase one, it goes to phase two, which is R&D continuation. And this one goes up to 2 years, and it's 500,000 to 1.8. And then finally, phase three, it's when the product is ready to be commercialized and no longer eligible for SBIR funding. So who is this for? Who's the ideal recipient? It's for-profit US-based small businesses. So you don't have to be a nonprofit to qualify for an SBIR. You have to be a for-profit US-based business. And obviously, you have to be conducting work in commercializing technology, healthcare, defense, and energy. So what's the advantages of this? Instead of you going to raise money and giving a share of your business, you can qualify for these, and it's non-dilutive. What that means is they don't take any equity. So you'll maintain 100% of your business, but they help you grow it throughout the two phases, which is up to 3 years. And then the second thing is, once you qualify and win these as SBIRs, it's like a badge of honor, because they don't give them around. Obviously, they're giving a lot of money, and if you actually receive it, it means that your business has big potential. And here's an example of an SBIR. And SBIR you can find on SBIR.gov. And this one, for example, is DoD, the funding agency, which is Department of Defense. And you could see here the schedule, there's description, so you could see if you qualify or it's worth applying for or not. Finally, the final part, which is STTI, which is Small Business Technology Transfer. It's similar to SBIR, but requires collaboration between a small business and a nonprofit institution, in most cases, universities. So let's say you are a master's student or a PhD student, or have strong connections in the academic space, and you want to develop some research that you have done in your graduate program, and now you want to take it and commercialize it. Well, STTR is the perfect program for you because it's meant to develop these businesses to take them from universities into the business world. And similar to SBIR, they have a funding estimate for different phases. So the first phase, which is the feasibility study, which is from 50,000 to 275. The second one is development stage, and it's between 500,000 and 1.8 million. And finally, once that's done, and it's after 2 to 3 years, then you're ready for commercialization. The ideal recipient is small businesses willing to partner with research institutions. So if you have business in the healthcare industry, if you're developing a drug, if you're developing some sort of a new energy, if you're developing a new technology, and you rely a lot on research, then it's worth it to collaborate with research institutions to develop a product that would qualify for STTR. As I mentioned, startups that are aiming to leverage academic expertise to innovate. Now, what are the advantages? It encourages partnerships to accelerate innovation, and then it allows you to access to cutting edge research and facilities. To be honest with you, a lot of companies now, the market is too crowded. So you would have a leverage on other people when you develop a technology or when you develop a company around brand new research. And this allows you to actually take it from research, from academia, to the market. So it's a great opportunity for small businesses who have that, who want to leverage that academic expertise. Now, an example opportunity would be this one that I found, which is an STTR grant for AI-powered renewable energy solutions, and the funding was $200,000 in phase one. Okay, so now we understand what each of these mean. Now let's see how we can find these. So with SAM Search, we focus a lot on federal government contracts and state level contracts, local level contracts, university level contracts, but we also have grants, SBIR and STTR. So what you can do is you can come here, click on grants, and then you can search for the field that your business operates in. And this could be anything. It doesn't have to be keyword specific. So just for the sake of it, I'm going to do education. You don't have to explicitly hit a keyword. As we can see here, this one, for example, is the National Center of Education Research has a training program in the Education Science Assistant listing number, and then you get a summary so you can understand what this is about, and then you can see the agency, category, due date. This one, for example, as you can see, it doesn't explicitly have the word education in it, but it's learning program, so it understood that that's what it means. So you can see this one offers $20,000 grant for technical assistance in enhancing early grade education in Egypt. Okay, so once you go through these and you think that one of them could be interesting, you could come here, click on it, and then you will see all the details. So you can see when it was posted, the award ceiling, the funding instrument, the funding agency, the description, and all the attachments, as you can see here. Well, let's say we want to understand this without delving too much and reading all of these attachments. What you can come here is you can go and ask SAMSearch AI. And what this is doing right now, it's reading all of the details here and all of the attachments so you could ask it questions. I have a cheat sheet that helps me break down any government contracting opportunity, but it would work as well here for grants. So I'm going to ask it to summarize the key sections. I'll just start with that. And we see for each one that it has the source. So we see that we would know where it's getting these information from. So here's the summary. Its early grade reading assessment was conducted to measure the reading skills of grade 3 students across Egypt, the assessment purpose, the results and findings, and then the conclusion and recommendation. Now let's say we want to break it down. So break down the evaluation criteria in terms of and conditions from the government, from the funding document. We see that reading proficiency is something that they're going to measure based on the monitoring and reporting, implementation quality, and then general conditions. and so on. To get information on the instructions for offers provided in the grant. So I'm going to take this. I'll have this cheat sheet in the description of the video. So we see that it gives you information about each specific thing you asked about. For example, in this one, it's giving you information about the proposal submission, eligibility criteria, technical approach, and so on. And the same way you could do this with grants, we can go here, switch, and then we can search for SBIR and STTR. And then you could see here, you could go through each one of these and see which one makes sense. Obviously, you could utilize the filter so we can see, in case we don't want to see things that are in the past, we could say we need things that are in the next 3 months. And this way you give yourself time for things that you want to submit an application for, a bid for. As you can see, it's the exact same thing. This one also shows you the release date, open date, due date, and description. And you could do the exact same thing here with the AI. So you could get answers about this quickly so you could understand whether you want to submit for this or not. Another thing I wanted to highlight is you can also filter by the phase. So if you're early on in your business, you could filter by the phase 1. But if, let's say, you've passed that and you don't apply for the requirements for phase 1, you could choose phase 2. Another thing I want to show in the grants is that some grants are actually not posted, they're forecasted. So you can prep yourself and filter by those. So these are opportunities that have not been posted yet, they're forecasted. So you can get ahead of the line and get your foot in the door before everyone else. I hope this was helpful. You can get a 7-day free trial for samsearch.co. The link is in the description. And as I've mentioned, you can get the cheat sheet also in the description for free. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon.